Hello guys, welcome back to the Flushcast. I'm Yamcha-kun, and today it's just me and Bullet Sean. Sam died.
Indeed, yeah.
So today we're covering our second Studio Ghibli film, Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Right, do you want to get into it then?
Yeah, so second Hayao Miyazaki film that we're covering. Our first one was The Wind Rises in episode 3.
Oh yeah. He's your favourite director, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I think he's one of my highest rated on Letterboxd. I think the lowest rating I've given to one of his films is a 7. Yeah, I gave a 7 to Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Kiki's Delivery Service.
Overall opinions?
I really like it. I think it's probably my third or fourth favourite Ghibli film. Which that sounds like a bit low, but it's still very good. It just speaks to the quality of their films more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it in fourth on my ranking.
Yeah, that's where I have it on mine.
Above it, I've got Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and Ponyo.
It's the same except for The Wind Rises instead of Ponyo. Yeah, this is one of my favorite films.
Oh yeah?
I only first watched it last year. I've seen it 2 times now.
I've only seen it the once so far, but that was quite recent. That was in February, I think. Yeah, really liked it. There's still a bunch of Ghibli stuff I need to watch. Princess Mononoke, Castle in the Sky. Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
I really like the score for this one. It's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, all the Ghibli movies have had really good scores, I think. Did you watch the dub when you watched this, or?
Yes.
Yeah, I really like the voice actors they had for it.
Yeah.
Especially the cat, was it?
Gigi.
Yeah.
Gigi's probably my favorite character.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, Gigi is voiced by Phil Hartman, who's did a bunch of voices on The Simpsons. Yeah, I really like the aesthetic they go for with the city. It looks really nice, I think.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's more like a sort of European style than of like architecture than Japanese.
Yeah. So we start off with so we're at Kiki's childhood home.
Yeah.
And she's getting ready to leave. But what I really like about this scene is just everything is kind of like, it's not told to us, it's kind of just shown.
Yeah, it is, yeah. This can be said for every Ghibli movie, but it's beautifully animated, I thought. The art directions looks really nice, I think.
Yeah.
I think Kiki was a compelling protagonist.
Yeah. I really like the baker guy who just had like one line in the movie. I have a book about Miyazaki, and it talks about some of his movies, so maybe I can find something here.
Sure.
So this was actually a book. And
Oh, is it a book adaptation?
yeah. Iko Kakuno's Majo no Taki Yubin, which is Japanese for Kiki's Delivery Service.
Okay. A beautiful pronunciation there. Are many of Ghibli's movies based on books, or are they mostly?
They actually are
Okay.
mostly based off of books. Like Ponyo is Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Earwig and the Witch is Earwig and the Witch.
That masterpiece of cinema.
Nausicaa is based off of a manga that Miyazaki wrote himself. So I guess that counts.
Yeah. That was one of his earlier films, wasn't it?
That's his second film. Oh, okay. Their goal in completing the film is to send an expression of solidarity to young viewers who find themselves torn between dependence and independence.
Yeah. A major theme of the film is independence and to be independent.
A 13-year-old girl running her own business.
Which independence, that's a theme that it's also quite prevalent in Spirited Away, another Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Like Chihiro learns to be independent in that because at the beginning she's like reliant on her parents and very attached to them.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Kiki's naive resolve and lack of awareness thus reflects the state of our world today. So we're going political. Yeah, this is all from the book Starting Point. It's about Hayao Miyazaki's career from 1979 to 1996. It's a really good read. I would suggest it.
Oh, nice.
It's like a bunch of memoirs and stuff.
Do you want to just talk a bit about just Ghibli in general then?
Sure. So there's an upcoming film called How Do We Live? It's Miyazaki's next film. I believe it's 50% done now.
Is this Miyazaki is in not the one that did Earwig and the Witch? Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. There should be news about it. Yeah, it's been in the works since like 2015.
Okay. His latest according to Letterboxd, his most recent film is his most recent like feature is The Wind Rises, but like a short called Burrow the Caterpillar, apparently quite recently.
Those are only you can only see them at the Ghibli Museum.
Okay. So but they're not online anywhere.
Nope, I can't find them. I guess which ones have you seen?
Which Miyazaki movies?
Or just Ghibli in general?
Well, I think all the Ghibli ones I've seen are Miyazaki. So it's Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, Howl's Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service, Ponyo, and The Wind Rises.
Okay.
Spirited Away being my favorite of the bunch.
We'll cover that in a later episode.
Yeah, I think that's episode 18 we've got it scheduled for. Yeah.
So probably like September.
Yeah, sounds about right. I've just gone onto the Letterboxd page for Spirited Away, and how was only one person I follow, which is you, given Spirited Away a 10 out of 10?
That's just disappointing. I think Miyazaki is my most watched director.
How many films of his you seen?
All of them except for The Castle of Cagliostro.
Yeah, he's on my stats page on Letterboxd. Miyazaki's in my highest rated directors list, although not as high as I would have expected actually.
Who is your highest rated?
Thomas Vinterberg, who did. Well, I've only seen 2 of his films, but he did The Hunt and Another Round, both of which I really love. Another Round being my favourite film of last year. And yeah, my most watched is, I think it's Alfred Hitchcock.
I don't know if I've seen any Hitchcock films. I'd
really recommend some of them, like Psycho, obviously, Rope, Dial M for Murder, it's one of Rear Window. All those are really good. I think Psycho was the first one I watched. Do you want to move on? Do you want to do ratings and move on then?
Sure.
That wasn't a particularly in-depth discussion. But yeah, it's a really great film. It's probably because I didn't rewatch it for the episode, but I just don't have much to say about it. Yeah, note to self, rewatch stuff in the future. Yeah, so rating, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
I gave it a 10 out of 10.
I think that puts it as one of our highest rated films.
We just need to see what Sam gives it if he watches it.
Yeah, assuming he watches it. Yeah, this ties it with Goodfellas. But it goes below Goodfellas because we had more people contributing for Goodfellas' rating, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's our third. Have you watched Falcon? Have you finished Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I haven't even watched episode 2. You can talk about it. I don't care, and I'll just grunt.
Do you care about spoilers?
No, I'll just grunt and agree with you and act like I've seen it.
Well, I'll make it quick then. I just want to talk about because the finale came out yesterday. So, and yeah, it won't be as in depth as what me and Sam did for WandaVision, because I don't think there's really as much to talk about for this show. But I don't know if this is really a hot take, 'cause I haven't really seen what people are saying online about it. But I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier is better than WandaVision. I liked WandaVision, but I just like Falcon and Winter Soldier more. So the finale was, I think it was one of the weaker episodes of the show. I think episode 5 was probably the best.
There's 9 episodes.
There's six. WandaVision had 9. Which I'm glad they went for 6 with this, because I feel like any more would have been just felt like padding. Each episode was like 45, 50 minutes, although about 10 of those are credits, because Disney Plus is weird like that.
Does the finale lead into Captain America 4?
Well, that was confirmed yesterday that Captain America 4 is now in development. Yeah, the finale sets up that Falcon has now taken on the role of Captain America. He gets like I don't know if you've seen the picture of his Captain America suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a cool Captain America suit, which I really like the look of. It's dumb and comic booky, but I really like it. So it sets him up as Captain America, and it sets. I have to guess that John Walker, you know who I'm talking about, yeah, the new Captain America. They set him up as U.S. agent, so I have to assume he's going to show up in Captain America 4.
Uh-huh.
I can only assume Bucky will be as well, which I'm looking forward to, because I never really cared about either of those characters before the show, but like similar to WandaVision, I didn't really care about Wanda or Vision beforehand, but I did afterwards. Same with Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think it did a good job of developing both their characters, more than just the sidekicks. I liked Zemo when he was in the show. I just liked the show, really. I don't have really much to say, but yeah, I just liked it. It was nice to have something with some. The political commentary was nice to have in a thing like this, even if it did have the subtlety of a sledgehammer to the face. Yeah, good show, I think. Are you planning on watching it?
I might, now that you're talking about it. But
I would recommend it. I really liked it, yeah. So, don't have much else to say about that, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
nice. Guess I could quickly talk about the Demon Slayer movie.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
I'll do non-spoilers since it takes place after the first season of the show. So, I mean, it was a really good experience to see in theaters. It's currently the #1 or highest grossing film in Japan, overtaking Spirited Away.
Oh, yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah,
That's impressive that a film from 2001 was the highest grossing until recently, then.
Yeah. It had a lot of funny moments that had me laughing out loud in theaters, which is probably the first time that's happened.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't laugh that much in theaters. It was quite dark. I was crying by the end.
I don't really know what Demon Slayer is exactly. What's the premise of it?
Okay, so Tanjiro is our main guy.
Andrew.
Hello. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Eso. Eso. Había subido la marea y encontré una paella. Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera.
Tanjiro.
Okay.
So he's just a normal guy. And then demons attack his family when he's gone. And all of his family is dead except for his sister Nezuko. His sister Nezuko has turned into a demon.
Right.
And so Tanjiro is on his journey to protect Nezuko from other demon slayers who are trying to kill her because she's a demon.
Huh. Okay.
So this all happens in the first episode, so it's not that spoilery. I would suggest watching it. It's very good.
Is it just one season or what?
So far, there's another season coming out this summer.
Okay, so it's
or sometime soon.
And it's an anime, yeah?
Yeah.
And so it's fairly recent then.
Yeah, it was 2019.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very recent then.
I mean, the animation in the show and the movie are the best animation I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that's a bold claim.
It's really good.
Would I be able? I understand watching the movie if I haven't seen the show.
No, because it takes place right
Oh, okay.
after the first season.
And it, like, I assume it directly like ties into events from the first season then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The movie is basically just like 4 episodes,
Oh, okay.
and it's just one arc. Yeah. I mean, you saw Death Note, right?
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I think you would like Demon Slayer actually. It's only 26 episodes.
Is this it? Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah, I'll add it to my list.
Epic.
And the episode's only 20 minutes, that's nice.
Yeah, that's what I like about anime is that it's easy to binge because it's shorter episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll check that out. Was the movie dubbed or was it subbed?
I watched it subbed. Our theater had both,
Oh,
so
okay.
because I went with my cousin and my 2 friends, and my friend who was he's 17, so he bought the tickets. He was trying to make us get it dubbed because he doesn't watch subbed. But we convinced him to get it subbed.
Oh no, I'm on his side.
Dude, but the dub sounds terrible.
That's part of the fun.
Well, it's just the sub. The sub adds more impact to scenes.
Bad dubs are a guilty pleasure of mine. It's like I think I've mentioned this to you before, but Godzilla Final Wars, the English dub of that is, oh my god, it's so hilarious. It's so good. Yeah. So what was your rating for it?
I gave it a 10 out of 10.
You've given 2 10s this episode then. Have you watched Mortal Kombat?
No, I'm going to watch it tonight.
Okay,
though.
so I'll leave out spoilers then. I'll just mention.
I don't care about spoilers.
I don't really know what there is to spoil, so I mean, there's very little actual plot, but yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting to. There was no character, there was no real I don't really know what the story was, but no, it was just yeah, it was just really enjoyable. The action was all really good, I thought, especially the final battle, the final fight sequence between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I thought that was really good, and I'll admit I got very hyped when Scorpion showed up and the Mortal Kombat theme started playing. That got me very hyped.
I have to ask, how much screen time does the guy with the 4 arms have?
Oh, not much. Goro. Yeah, not much, sadly.
He's my favorite character. Mostly, I only really like him because of the terrible CGI in the original film.
Isn't he a model in the original film? I thought he was like a puppet.
Yeah, it was probably one because it was from like the 80s.
I think it's 95 or something. But yeah, it's not a good looking puppet. Yeah, I didn't think the CGI on him was particularly good either in the new one. Because I watched in anticipation of this, I watched the old one a couple of weeks ago, and I mean the new one's better than that at least. So yeah, it has some. It's got no real character, no real story, but it's very enjoyable, I thought. So I give it a. I'll admit this is generous. It's probably more like a 6.5 out of 10, but I give it a 7. So yeah.
Nice. I guess, did we get any genuine
I
questions?
think we may have got a couple.
Favorite movie that starts with the letter B?
Back to the Future.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm just going to your highest rated, see what your highest rated film that begins with a B is. Beauty and the Beast. You gave that 10 out of 10.
I gave that a 10 out of 10.
According to Letterboxd, yeah.
No.
I mean, you did. Not
That's just not right.
The 90s one, not the new one.
Oh, and the second one is the other Beauty and the Beast. Okay, then it's Beauty and the Beast. Then.
Okay. Or there's Bambi meets Godzilla. You gave that a 10.
Okay, that. Favorite Twitch streamers? Do you watch Twitch at all?
No, I don't. My favorite Twitch account is the Flushcast Twitch account, which I think has only been used once when me and Sam did the Oscars thing.
I guess my favorite Twitch streamer is Lily Pichu.
I think I recognise that name. From Finland Skywalker. Have you seen the Last Airbender movie? No, and apparently it's awful.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
Do you like the Mortal Kombat theme? Yeah, it's excellent.
Yes, yeah.
Do I have games on my phone? Yeah, I have Minesweeper.
No, I don't.
Um,
I don't have any games, actually.
I have Minesweeper, and I have I forgot I had this. Have you heard of the New Testament?
What?
It's this biblical RPG. Well, not RPG, but it's. Do you know M. Dickey?
No.
Um.
What am I looking at?
Basically, this guy called Matt Dickey. He's made a bunch of mobile games. Well, I think on PC as well. But yeah, basically he created this wrestling game that he's just been reusing that same engine for every game he's made since. Like Bible game has wrestling combat. I'm just gonna DM you a picture from the game.
Oh my. What am I looking at?
Do you have an iPhone or Android?
I have Android, but I can get
See if
it.
it's available on the Google Play Store.
Oh, I don't have any storage.
Worst pizza place? I don't know really.
Worst pizza place?
I don't think I've really had like a bad pizza. So
Worst is probably Pizza Hut. I don't know if do you guys have Pizza Hut?
we have Pizza Hut, yeah. I've been there a couple times, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I really like this isn't the question, but I really like Domino's to be honest. It's overpriced as fuck, but it's decent
Yeah,
pizza.
my favorite is Papa John's.
I think we have that here, but I don't think I've had it. What are your top 5 favorite movies? Okay, that's a decent
Let me
question.
pull up my
Okay.
list.
I've got mine.
Yeah, you can go.
Number 1, Alien. No surprise there. We did that episode 1 because it was my favorite. Number 2, Return of the King. Yeah, I love that. Number 3, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which I feel like most people prefer Raiders, but I think Last Crusade has more rewatchability. Number 4, Silence of the Lambs, which I believe I've got scheduled for a future episode. And number 5 is The Empire Strikes Back. My favorite Star Wars film. Yeah, that used to be my favorite film, but the others have overtaken it. Yeah, so you go.
So number 1 is The Wind Rises. Then number 2 is Saving Private Ryan. Number 3 is My Neighbor Totoro. Number 4 is The Empire Strikes Back. Then number 5 is Jurassic Park.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've seen all of those. Should we get Sam's up just so because he isn't here? Or
Sure.
his favorite film is Goodfellas. We did that in episode 2. No surprise there. Number 2 is The Empire Strikes Back. So that's what all 3 of ours. Number 3 is Raiders, which so he has another Indiana Jones film in there. Number 4 is 2001: A Space Odyssey, which I think that's in like my top 20, I think. And number 5, Mad Max Fury Road. Right, do you want to get?
I still haven't watched 2001.
Oh, you totally should. It's really good. It's by far my favorite Kubrick film. Have you seen any of? Oh, you've seen The Shining, I think. Have you seen any other Kubrick film?
No, I haven't.
He's the one director who, I think a couple others, but he's one of the only directors I've seen every film he's made, which isn't hard because there's only 16 of them and 3 of them are shorts. 2001 is my favorite of his. I'm going to see it in the cinema next month.
Oh, nice.
Which Star Wars character would you most like to marry?
Clone Wars is so good.
I'll go As, well, you've stolen my answer, so I don't know.
Kit Fisto.
uh, Padme. I like Natalie Portman a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's get a different question. What is your favorite piece of film music? Mine would be The Ecstasy of Gold from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's a piece of music that plays when he's when Tuco's searching around the graveyard at the end of the film. It's one of the most iconic pieces of film score, I think. Like
They use that in a lot of
yeah,
commercials.
they do. It's like it's iconicity. Is that a word? Its
Yeah.
iconicity is it's like elevated above the film itself. I think it's same with the main theme from that movie. That is also very iconic. Have you got an answer?
The Path of the Wind from My Neighbor Totoro.
Okay. When does that play?
I think it's when they first fly.
Okay. Who is your favorite Star Wars villain that isn't a Sith? That's quite tough, actually. Oh no.
Boba.
Oh, that's a good. That's a good choice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with Moff Gideon from Mando.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's a really good villain. Yeah, we should probably mention for listeners. The reason there are probably quite a few Star Wars questions in this is because I made this bot that has all the questions. I made it for a server that is about Star Wars, so that's why. Yeah. What is your favorite Star Wars game?
Either Battlefront 2 2017 or the Complete Saga.
I love the complete saga. I didn't really care for the 2017 Battlefront 2, but that's because I haven't played it really in a couple of years, and I know it's got better since. I just haven't gone back to it.
Yeah.
My favorite Star Wars game is either Jedi Academy, which have you played that?
No, I didn't. I hadn't even heard of that one until you told me about it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's on you can get it on well, it's on the Switch. It's on the PlayStation Store. I'd really recommend it. I replayed it last year sometime. I think about this time last year, and yeah, it's really good. I think that's the best lightsaber combat in any film. No, not film. Game, in a game.
Interesting.
And yeah, either that or the 2005 Battlefront 2, which that's definitely my most played Star Wars game. I absolutely love that.
I have it on disc, but I can't figure out how to go use the online feature.
I haven't even really played too much online. I've played a bit with friends, but I'd mainly just played single player. Cool. What is your favorite series of video games?
Yeah, Doom would probably be my favorite.
Oh, nice. I've only played well, I've played a tiny bit of the original, but the only Doom game I've really put any time into is Doom 2016. Mine would. This is tough. It would either be Hitman or The Elder Scrolls. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, nice. I haven't played either of those series.
I can't recommend. Well, I'd really recommend Hitman 3, which came out this year. That's probably the best Hitman game. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Flushcast. Next episode, we will be doing the recent Planet of the Apes trilogy. Which is one of my favourite trilogies in film, I think. Have you seen those before?
I've seen the first one.
Okay, I've seen Rise then.
And I've seen the majority of the second one.
Oh, okay. The third one is my favourite of the trilogy. I'm looking forward to talking about that. Yeah, it's another trilogy episode. That'll be episode 10, milestone. This is a special sort of thing. We'll give a shout out to
Productions, yeah.
Yeah, so some of you listening may remember Jack Locke from, I think it was episode 4, where we talked about The Mask of Zorro. He is a member of a film production team called Productions, who have made a film called Crowman. Was it Crowman?
Case of the Crooked California Nazis, I think.
That's it, yeah. It's like Nazis, yeah.
Yeah, they're a small group trying to get their name out there. So, we'd appreciate it if you guys check them out.
We'll leave a link to the Productions YouTube channel, or I'll leave a link to that in the description below, so you can find their feature film Chroman. This episode was sponsored by Chroman.
Dude, our first sponsorship.
If you're not already in the Discord server, join that. There'll be a link to it in the description below. Get news about the show. You can talk to us, ask us questions. Also, follow us on Twitter at, what was it, Flushed Podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, so follow us on Twitter. Can't guarantee we'll post anything, but who knows? So, yeah. What else? Yeah, there'll be a link to our link tree in the description, so all our other links, like our letterboxd, a letterbox list of all the films we've covered ranked based on our rating for them, that will all be in the description below in our link tree. And yeah, check out Productions. Yeah, I've been Bullet.
I'm Yamcha.
Thank you for listening. Bye.
See ya.